Kristina Jeng, the STEM Menace.
Hello, my name is Kristina Jeng, and this is my scholarship application for the oxyGEN Scholarship in 2018, sponsored by AT&T. I'm here to talk to you about women in STEM, and more particularly, why there are so few women in STEM. First, what is STEM? STEM is an acronym that stands for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, but it can also include areas such as nursing. Why will women in STEM improve the world? Women in STEM can bring a new perspective. Women can also know the importance of things that men don't have any knowledge about. For example, women have a better idea of what breast cancer is, and they can develop different technologies and have different ways to improve breast cancer in the United States. Here I have graphs that show the participation of women in the fields of STEM. As you can see, in physics, there's less than 20% of women in STEM. Although over the years, the percentage of women in STEM has increased, it still remains relatively low. As you can see, it is the same for computer science. It has always been around 20%. In mathematics and statistics, the percentage of women has increased up to 40%. However, that is still not enough compared to the 60% men have. Girls' participation in STEM subjects have increased compared to the boys. Sometimes they even outscore the boys. In advanced science classes like AP Biology and AP Chemistry rarely differ. Female and male participants in AP exams such as AP Calculus, AP Chemistry, and AP Computer Science have roughly blended ever since 2015. Here is a graph that shows the number of credits in STEM that girls and guys have taken. Over the years, both of them have increased, but the number has significantly increased for the girls. As you can see, in 2005, there is a 0.2 difference between the girls and the guys. Here is a graph that shows the grade point average in STEM for girls and the guys. As you can see, ever since 1990, the girls have had significantly better GPA averages than the guys. So despite all these positive trends with girls' performance, in high school there has been far less women in the STEM fields than in college. Here is a graph that shows the percentages of women and men who choose STEM subjects in college. There is 30% in males, but only 15% in females. Women in STEM workforce. Even though women hold around 47% of the jobs in America today, they only hold 24% of the jobs in STEM fields. Females with STEM degrees are less likely to work in STEM field or STEM-related jobs than the male counterparts. Most women tend to lean towards education or health. Here is a graph that shows the percentage of women in STEM fields today. As you can see, biological scientists are the best. And even at the best, the most is 44.1%. As you can see, in engineering, the most percentage is 10.6%, which is far less than it is supposed to. So why does this happen? Social and environmental factors are a key role. The climate of the university and continuing bias is also very important. So in the past, for every girl that scored around a 700 or above in math on their SAT, there were 13 boys. We know that there's biological differences between girls and guys. However, now the ratio is 3-to-1. This shows that it is not because of the biological differences between a girl and guy. This is because of the cultural differences between now and then. So girls tend to have a fixed mindset when it comes to STEM. A fixed mindset is when they think that intelligence is static. On the other hand, guys tend to have a growth mindset where they think intelligence can be developed. Some of the social and environmental factors that contribute to this is the negative stereotypes about female abilities in STEM subjects. Even though girls tend to perform better in classes, they also tend to do worse in their tests. Women are also harder on themselves when assessing their work, holding themselves to a higher standard which makes it difficult. Men often believe that their spatial skills are far superior than those of the women, but spatial skills can be developed and improved over time. So what can we do? We can teach that intellectual skills can be acquired. We can praise girls for their effort, and we can value growth and learning. We can also expose girls to successful role models in the field and teach them about stereotype threats. And we can also set clear performance standards and help recognize career-oriented skills. The climate is also a key factor into why women are leaning away from STEM. Most universities do not prioritize having a balance between the male and female students in STEM. Many of the successful universities have 40% graduating STEM majors who are female. Meanwhile, less successful universities only have 20%. Women make up a smaller percentage of the workforce teaching STEM. There's also a smaller percentage of women who have tenures in those professions. This doesn't allow the girls to know where they fit, and they don't see themselves fitting in because there's less of a role model there. What can college and universities do? They can actively recruit female students, emphasize the importance of STEM, review admission policies to make sure that they aren't biased, and provide mentoring for junior faculties. This is why I want to go into the mathematics field, to decrease the gender bias and increase the amount of women. I want to be able to bring my perspective into the field of math. Thank you for your time.